Hey Jackal! If you want to do some motion graphics and you already have it, but you want to use it in DaVinci Resolve as a shape, I'll show you how you can import SVG files as a shape. Kind of. Now let's get digital. So the first thing that you'll need is a Fusion clip. You'll want to go to the media pool, right click, make a new Fusion composition, give it a name if you want, and change the duration. You can always do this afterwards, so change the duration. And with the Fusion composition selected, go into the Fusion page. Inside the Fusion page, you'll want to go to Fusion, Import, and you have a couple of options. The one that you'll want to use is SVG. So let's see how this Blender logo looks like with SVG. And this is the default width and height for this logo. And if I display it on the left side, it looks like this. As you might see, this is not a shape, this is a bunch of polygons. So we have one shape made out of polygons, second shape, third shape, and fourth shape. Each polygon is connected to a background node, merged together, and finally this is the result. But this is not a shape, because we do have actual shapes. With DaVinci Resolve 18.5, you can now go to Effects, Tools, Shapes, and you have a bunch of shapes. And the one that we want to use, because this will be a custom shape, is the S polygon node, which was introduced with DaVinci Resolve 18.6. Now, why would you want to use the shape nodes instead of the rectangle, ellipse, the polygon, and the B-spline? Well, let me give you a quick demonstration. So this is a rectangle shape, and this is an hexagon shape that you can also adjust. We could combine them like so. Let me move this one. So this is just a combination. So with the merge node, you can think of this as layers, but what shape nodes also have is as Boolean. This is an operation that you can change from intersect, union, subtract, and XOR. So you can get a bunch of different results. But shapes also have some other options, namely outline. Now the outlines are not available in the shape nodes themselves. This is the same thing that you can adjust in the polygons, but you do have the S outline node available right here. So you can connect the final result that you got to an S outline, and now you have an outline shape that you can adjust the thickness of, the style, position, where this length will begin. And that's about it when it comes to the shape outline. But because the shape outline was done after the S Boolean, we can simply change the operation and we'll get a different kind of result. But let's say that you have a shape that you want to import. Ideally, this would be imported as a shape. So if I go to Fusion, Import, we do have the Shapes option. And I'll import the Blender logo again. Set this to default. Now this was put behind here, so let me double click on it. So the first one was done with importing the SVG, and the second one was done importing shapes. So both look exactly the same. And if I click on the polygons, yep, they are exactly the same. So I don't know if this is working as intended, but I would imagine that the shapes would actually be made with the shape polygon. So if you want to do that, you want to use the shape polygon, so you can make a custom polygon shape that you can connect to these shape nodes. What can you do? Well, let me take a new shape polygon, and I'll take this shape, which is a bit more interesting. So in this polygon, I will go to the Inspector tab, right click, and publish. This will publish the path. And then in this polygon, the shape polygon, I will just remove this, right click, I will connect to path 3 polyline value, which is correct because the polygon that I'm displaying is path 3. So connect it, display it on the right side, and in this case it's a bit off, as you can see, but that is because we don't have any background nodes. And in the background image setting, we have the width and the height values that were used when this logo was imported. So I will simply copy this node, paste it, and use it as a background. But before I can connect it, I have to use the sRender node. So the polygon will connect to here, and this is now the 2D composition that the background can interact with. Now let me just go to this background node, go to image, and set this back to auto. So this is the resolution on the timeline. Go to the merge node, Ctrl T to switch between the background input and the foreground input. And I'll display this. This is what we see. And what could be the issue? We have everything set up as we want. Well, if you go to the sRender node, uncheck the auto resolution. Now this is almost good, but we have some issues, and that is with the scale. Now in the merge node, I could adjust the size, but it's not what we want, because we have to fix the size before it leaves the sRender node. So what we can do is in the sRender node, we can adjust the width and the height. So we can uncheck the auto resolution and adjust the height. In this case, I'll just use the same values. And now in the merge node, this is a lot bigger, as you can see. And now when I scale this down, it looks perfect. Kind of. It's not exactly the same as the left one. If I quickly show you this, so this background has the same value as my monitor or the timeline. And as you can see, once the resolution is the same, the image is not. So how would you fix this? Into render node, we'll set the height value to be the same as the values that are in the background nodes in this import. So we'll use this value, paste it in. Now we have a little bit of cutoff, but what we can do in the polygon, we could change the size. And then in the merge node, we can increase the size back up again. But as I see right now, this is not proportionate. So as it seems, even changing the height to the original background height does not fix the issue. So what could we do? Well, after the render node, we can go shift space and maybe adjust the scale. Uncheck the lock XY. And we would need to do something like this. Then increase the size of the merge node. And just to make doubly sure that everything is up to scale, we would need to merge the original shape and this shape together and scale this one over the original. And as I've mentioned, because this is now a shape, you can simply make an outline to get the outline and anything else that you may want. And this is how you can import an SVG file into DaVinci Resolve as a shape, which is not an ideal solution, but at the moment this is how you can do it. And because after you have the polygon shape, you can also use like an outline, jitter, and the other shape nodes under the effects. And if you also want to know how to make your own custom toolbar, this is how you can make it, and I also have a video on that, so you can put in custom nodes. And if you found this video helpful, you know what to do. I'm Simon, until next time Jackal, keep it digital.